sweet little lives. The globes are here and they're gonna eat your drives. Billions fleeing the caustic error, a ground-sized dead filled with revenant terror. And as the systems fall, the fear rises. It wants salvation, no surprises. It's time to organise, it's time to fight. AX calling every night. Commanders heeding humanity's call. Doing the work or the bubble will fall. Doing the work or the bubble will fall. Doing the work or the bubble will fall. The bubble will fall. The bubble will fall. Can you heed the call? Fire unit chiefs and learn the moves. Shut down heat sinks, fire assist screws. Or maybe move on to a crate Mark II. Keeping it frosty so they can't see you. The sound of gas colours popping those hearts. Multicoloured shards of technicoloured art. We turn a corner, the bugs are running. They should have seen the AXI coming. AXI are coming. AXI are coming. Don't even try running, cause the AXI are coming. Engineered with guardian trinkets, reinforced with those caustic sinks and hitting the targets, driving them out, earning the credit, turning this fight into a rout. We saw them come, we saw them fight, we learn their ways, we drive them out. AXI is coming. The AXI is coming. AXI is coming. Don't even try running. AXI is coming. AXI is coming. AXI is coming. Don't even try running. AXI is coming. AXI is coming. AXI is coming. Don't even try running. AXI is coming. AXI is coming. AXI is coming. Don't even try running. Don't even try running. Don't even try running. Don't even try running. Don't even try running.
So we all play the game. Coming home, we know we can't escape from the stress of each day. Yeah, take it away. Reach out together and I'll fly away. I'll fly away. Yeah, we share in this time. Yeah, walking the line between freedom and fantasy. Everything we can be, let us plug in and the fun will begin. Traveling anywhere, free to be part of this dream. Oh, have a blast in this dream. Oh, and take part in this dream. Oh, have a blast in this dream. Oh. If I took it away, what would you give to return to your place? So let's share this around. Oh, the joy we have found. Open the door, have blessed, maybe more. Oh, let's all make a difference. Oh, hanging in between the dust, spiraling arms around me. 8 legs and how many eyes? I see a spider in caustic disguise. She whispers that she wants to keep me safe within her, to keep me from the dangers of my race within her. Hammering on the walls of my cocoon shell. Oh, was this heaven, or maybe now I'm stuck in hell? Or is there something changing deep inside my core? I hear a borrowing sound. Someone set me free. Enemy within me, enemy within you, enemy within me is waiting, waiting. I'm rising out, Olympus buds so close to me. Now I'm on board, my cocoon will set me free. I whisper that I want to go back home within her. I hear the call to just go wait and see. Go be free. Spreading ourselves within this frail bubble. You think it's heaven now, but maybe it will be hell. Is there something waiting deep inside my core? We are borrowing the sound, waiting to be free. Enemy within me is waiting for that call. Enemy within me is waiting for her call. Enemy within me is waiting for her call. Enemy within me is waiting, 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 waiting for her call. Take a sip of some Saxon wine. The indie bubba's gonna blow your mind. Eurasian gooseberry can make you feel so queer, my dear. Whoa. A little swig of some bat snake gin, and this journey is ready to begin. A good occasion for some Chateau d'Asian and some Christmas cheer. Whoa. I know the journey may be long, but what we got tastes so strong. All I smell is liquor corroding my mind. Red blue trading, pretty heavy laden. Don't try to stop me, I'll run you down. Red blue trading, pretty heavy laden. Don't touch that bottle, boy, 'cause that one's mine. Red blue trading, pretty heavy laden. Don't try to stop me, I'll run you down. Red blue trading, pretty heavy laden. Don't touch one's mine. We head to Hutton for the longest leg. I have a snifter for the journey ahead. This leads to evil juice and some fat with some fruit and cream. A finger full of Othello cool froth. One harm of silver sea rum is good enough. Count out the time until we taste that century mega gin. A red blue trading, a pretty heavy laden. Don't try to stop me, I'll run you down. A red blue trading, a pretty heavy laden. Don't touch that bottle, boy, cause that one's mine. A red blue trading, a pretty heavy laden. Don't try to stop me, I'll run you down. A red blue trading, a pretty heavy laden. Don't touch that bottle, boy, cause that one's mine.
Story
Scanners full with non-human sources. This little boat ain't no match for those forces. A threat level's going higher and higher, yet meta hours are my only desire. I'm on a mission to unlock some lady who can take this little boat and make it jump crazy. But as I head out to the Pleiades system, I'm pulled from my jump by an unknown organism. A noise reverberates, shaking the hull. Goliath turns me, my senses are dull. Yellow light tears, searching right through me. A dark call that leaves me in pity. Power returns, lights flash, oh so slowly. Hit the boost highway, take me home please early. The beast turns, I see it open the black. The screech just jumps when it could have attacked. What are they searching for? What did we take from them? What do they come here for? History entwined with them. This talk of Hulks found out in the black. The Adamastorand surface attacks. Rumor says they found alien technology. To me these ones seem more like biology. A Homo sapien, a core from the past. With their dark ops was doing stuff real fast. But the ship's drives failed, it was stranded for centuries and had to return here at sublight speeds. Corporations fighting for control, deciding on fate before we could even know that we are not alone. We are not unique. Life is here and past our sneak. What are they searching for? What did we take from them? What do they come here for? A history entwined them. In a scene like a symbol of hope, yet the more we find of this hangman's rope wrapped around the necks of nearly every superpower. Their desire to win, it swings lower and lower. Project Michael, it was not what it said. A holocaust knowingly planted and spread. John Jameson's guilt has been found, yet the deed had been done and hidden deep down. And now it seems the Hesperus was found with more dark deeds that
Hello and welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings and welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings, Commanders.
Greetings, Commanders.
The show that talks about the universe of Elite
and the development of the computer game Elite 4, known as Elite Dangerous,
and the fantastic
community that surrounds it.
Broadcast from the Sidewinder and hosted by a vending machine technician.
A place of nonsense and innuendo for forum dads.
A self-contained podcast 2 hours long.
Transmitting to every corner of the galaxy.
It's even louder than me.
The hottest show this side of Dizzo.
The name of the place.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to episode 572 of Lave Radio, the show about the universe of Elite Dangerous and the fantastic community that surrounds it. I'm your host, Commander Phoenix Sapphire, otherwise known as Hold Your Wish, Colin Ford, and joining me in the Orange Sidewinder bar for this episode, we have Crivens. Help my Bob. It's Commander Psychic, otherwise known as the Chief Liaison Officer. How are you, Claire?
No. Oh no, this is going bad. It's going to be... Everybody tune out right now, it's fine.
We also have our head of safety, that would be Commander Ed Levice, otherwise known as Ben Moss Woodward.
You tell him to hold your wish. And ironically enough, I have remembered my alcohol this week, which is Fierce's Big Brew Iron Brew. Which is a 6.8% iron brew.
And bringing up the rear, we have our SRV or SUV, Banksy. That would be Commander Alec Turner.
Jesus Christ, it looks like I've picked the wrong night to give up sniffing glue. Evening all.
So, if you wish, you can join us live, but why would you want to? We are hanging out in Gaming Open. That would be the Chris Mark Hold My Beer for who's hanging out in the bar, and of course, with a beer. That's a first, and Commander Ed Levice, who is flying off with distant worlds. If you can't get to us in game, you can join the Twitch chat channel, which you can access through laveradio.com/live. Click on the live chat, or go straight to twitch.tv/laveradio, or look us up on YouTube. We'll be broadcasting at the same time. So I think we'll just quickly go around the crew, see how they're all doing, and shall we start with Ben?
I've had a good week actually. I've been doing some of the elite things. And enjoying that. I've been playing on through Cyberpunk, and I'm loving that. I haven't been playing T'other Space Game. I've played a smidgen of RimWorld. I've played a wee bit of Minecraft. I want to find out what Old Oak Leaves or whatever they're called are for. I'm not sure what that's about. My exciting news this week, I guess, is I went to see Project Hail Mary, and oh my fucking god, go and go see it in a cinema.
Excellent.
I really want to. I really, really want to.
Yeah. Go. If it were on tonight, starting at 9 o'clock, I'd say, bollocks to this shite, we'll be on a podcast, go see it. That's kind of me.
Excellent. How about Claire?
Hello. What have I been up to? Bits and pieces. I actually left the house. Nothing exciting. I did manage to get out of the house. I think it was in preparation. We're going out a couple of times over the next week. So I just have to be like mentally prepared for leaving the house. I did come home and then was very, very ill the following day. Which led my sister to believe that I am now currently allergic to leaving my house. But the other thing that we did do, we booked. Chris and I booked a wee little holiday up to the old Scotland place for in the middle of July, which will be really nice. Taking the dog up to Scotland to see his pal. Chris Mark 4, and that's the only reason we're going. That's not the only reason we're going, but it is one of the reasons. But it's just going to be really nice to get away for a little bit. Okay, what else? Not much, honestly. It's been Solasta 2 came out in early access last week, so I've been enjoying playing a bit of that. It's very, very faithful to D&D. It's in early access. It's incredibly spit and sawdust right now, but it is fun. If you enjoyed the combat mechanics in Baldur's Gate 3, you'll enjoy the combat mechanics in Solasta. But it is really fun. It is a really fun game. I've been playing a bit of Ethos again, which again is a beautifully fun game. I've been dipping back into Mass Effect and also playing some Baldur's Gate with the old Habarino, and having a lot of fun with a lot of mods in that game, and like having all of the party together and using like tactician enhance, which effectively makes it more difficult, or like balances it to be a balanced fight. If you're doing, when you do the combat, it's a balanced fight between like in more of a bigger party kind of thing, and that's really fun. That's really, really fun. Also, lots of Clock Tower. Lots of blood on the Clock Tower, and tormenting my friends on a Saturday night. Oh, sorry, on a Sunday night, which is very, very fun. Dude, like if you're at a loose end on a Sunday night, you know where I'll be. I'll be playing Clock Tower, and running some games for my friends, and making them think too hard at the end of a Sunday night, at the end of the week, which is really fun. But yeah, that's about it. That's about it for me.
Okay, Alec.
Hi. Yes, what have I been up to? I've been playing Hybrid High Score with my new car. I managed a 95 yesterday. So I'm
nice.
fairly sure 100 is possible, but I just haven't figured out just how slowly you have to accelerate and brake to score 100. But yeah, 95 is my high score on the Toyota RAV. And then I have been hiding myself away on the back seat of the train with my Vitura XR glasses, because I'm quite embarrassed about wearing them in public, but they are awesome. So all the community news that I'm bringing to you tonight has been watched with my new XR glasses, which are fantastic. I just like them so much.
Alec, are you aware there's a £100 discount on them on Amazon at the moment?
Are you kidding?
Oof.
Sorry. Wintermute told me about it on Saturday.
Even sure you can even get the beasts on Amazon yet? Hang on, I'm going to check now, because I like to.
If they're not, then please blame Watermute and Wintermute and just yeah.
No, you can't get them on Amazon yet.
Ah, there you go. I was misinformed, and I do apologise.
Phew. What else? Oh yeah, and then I guess in game, I obviously Distant Worlds 3. We had 3 absolutely mental races this week, so no ship racing this week. But so one thing was that one of the organisers actually, I think it was Dr. Nagy who heard you talking to on the Distant Worlds 3 podcast. Incidentally, yeah, everyone listen to the Distant Worlds 3 podcast. If you're really interested in the Edinburgh-Birmingham train system and a detailed discussion on timetables and pricing, it's fascinating stuff.
Oh, God, no.
Anyway, sorry, yeah.
It was a natural flow of conversation.
So
just like this show.
So there was there was a high G, a very high G planet at last waypoint. It was 8G. And I think it was Nagy said, could we build
actually
a base?
It was 7.8, not 8.
Was it not 8? Fucking
God.
Anyway, so Greaves built this SRV time trial on this 8G planet, which basically you just had to drive down a valley with a fairly gentle slope, get to the bottom, turn around at the bottom, drive back up again, and do that twice. So I say gentle in that the gradient wasn't that steep. I don't know what it was. Like most of it was like 30. But honestly, if you've not driven down a hill, a fairly bumpy and rocky hill, it has to be said, in 8G, you know that, is it Cheshire where they do the cheese rolling thing where everyone chases the cheese and breaks their fucking neck? It was honestly like that. It was the most ridiculous, chaotic SRB race I've ever done. And then really, really annoyingly, you turned around at the bottom and drove back up, and you could kind of get up most of it. But if you lost even the tiniest shred of momentum, there was a bit where you just ground to a halt and then just spent ages sliding backwards and forwards, desperately trying to get over this stupid little lip. It's the single most frustrating race I've ever done. And I did very badly at it, and I was really annoyed. And then, so then we had a really fun SRV race on a normal gravity planet where you just kind of, there was this little sort of, again, valley between two mountains, but you had to you started halfway up one slope, and then you drove down it across the rift in between the two, and then up the other side, and then turned around and sort of swung backwards and forwards. I don't know what it was, 4 times, which was a lot of fun, but incredibly difficult to perfect. So I did that far too much. And then I did this race that I'm really rather pleased with, where I wanted to try something different. So I found, Fohammer found for me a low gravity planet that had lots of like high pressure water jet geysers on it. And I managed to find 3 that were kind of in a row and about 1.5 kilometers apart. And then what I did is I positioned the waypoints that would trigger, you go through a gate and it triggers and says you've done that section, on to the next bit, the time gates, if you like. I positioned those 1 kilometer above each geyser. So to do the race, you had to drive into the first geyser, get jetted upwards, which would shoot you through the waypoint, which would then trigger. And then you'd sort of level off at about 5 kilometers up, and then have to glide yourself back down to where you thought the second geyser was, and then basically get shot up into the second gate, and then glide down to the finish line where you also had to shoot up. It was really funny, but actually became incredibly tactical because people were figuring out that they could fall back through the second gate, and in fact somebody actually managed to do all 3 gates in basically a single beautifully pitched jump, where the jump just clipped you out of the first one, and then you went through the second one and landed halfway down there. It's really good. So I'm definitely going to build one of those when I come back to the bubble, because it was really good fun. So yeah, lots of SRV racing on DW3, and now we're somewhere new for the next weekend, and so the cycle continues.
Well, personally, things have got better since last week. Let's be honest. The only way they could go was up. So yeah, lots of little jobs out the way, which is good. However, in Elite, well, first of all, I can only apologise to the Distant Worlds 3 podcast because tangents. We are expert at tangents. And from going from one part of the galaxy to the other, and then being reduced to discuss the pricing structure between
There
Coventry
were
and
reasons why
Birmingham.
you covered it.
No, there wasn't any reasons, Ben. You just wanted to show off that you could walk there. Or catch
No,
a
the reason
bus
why
to
we're talking about
CCM.
going to Coventry from Birmingham was because of ECM.
No, we're not. We're not going into this again.
Oh my God.
we waste.
Yeah, still some time.
No, please don't. Please don't. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Please don't.
So, yes, you can hear me and Ben on Distant Worlds 3 podcast, probably ruining their entire podcast. We're going off to far off galaxies. I want to talk about Birmingham. Right. Well, apart from that, in game itself, I finally moved all my Empire power things back to where they should be. Arissa is losing stuff of tons of systems, so yeah, I've just retreated from where we were, and then on Sunday, I kind of got goaded into this on my stream. People wanted to see what the inside of the Cobra Mark IV looked like, because not many people know what the Cobra Mark IV looks like unless you've actually gone through the tutorial. Because for the vast majority of us, that's what it's like. So for a laugh, I went, "Oh yeah, I'm completely out of mats. I'm going to have to go around and spend a week flying around getting mats." To which someone said, "Well, why don't you do that in a Cobra Mark IV, and then everybody can see how bad it is, just to prove it is a pay-to-lose ship." So I am now flying around in a Cobra Mark IV, trying to get as many engineering mats, everything up to 300, 150, 100, the whole lot, so I can start engineering my other ships. But I'm doing it while engineering a Cobra Mark IV. And oh my God, what a ship. What a ship. It's there are times I think it makes the Adder look talented, but yeah. So while everybody else is flying around in Kestrels and showing off with their triple thruster maneuvers, I'm just flying along, and I'm turning, and eventually I will. So that's, by the time this podcast's over, I've probably made a full 180 degrees, but less said about that, the better. And that's with the engineered thrusters. Now, so development news this week. Well, there hasn't been any. Not really. So straight over to Alec for the community news.
And now to the community coroner.
It's a dead game, innit, mate?
Come on, Frontier, cut me some slack. I need time to get my thoughts together.
There's a new dinosaur in Jurassic World Evolution.
Let's talk about that for 5 minutes.
Does that count? It's really cute. I'm really bad at pronouncing the name because I always call it the Amogosaurus, and it's not that. But it's a little sauropod with prongs and frings, and the baby is really cute. When it sits down, it does a sploo. Anyway, back to Alec.
Excellent, thank you. Right.
You're welcome.
First up is Commander Meek is back with a new video called Alone, Deep in the Black, episode 17. I'm not sure if it's Distant Worlds 3 or not. I honestly don't know. Not really relevant. It's lovely. It's beautiful. Commander Meek makes fantastic Elite Dangerous videos. His description of this is a shorter video where I tried to match the music with the clips to emphasize just how lonely the life of an explorer can be. Many of us spend weeks, real time, or months hopping around in the black, hoping to find the most amazing places possible. Of all the clips in this video that I like, the huge, enormous 14K mountain is my favorite. It may have been higher, but I had challenges getting good measurement. You won't miss it as you watch the video. And yeah, highly recommend. Really, really beautiful video from Commander Meek. Right, speaking of videos, we do have some from Distant Worlds 3 as well. Loloff Gaming is continuing to produce one at each waypoint. So this one's called Guardian of the Twins. One particular highlight on this video that it's worth watching for is there's some really, really stunning time-lapse cinematography of solar flares. Yeah, sort of some of the best I've seen. Just amazing to see those kind of coronas and flares licking around the kind of outskirts of white dwarfs and things. Yeah, it looks fantastic. Right, I mentioned this ludicrous high gravity SRV race. And there's some fantastic footage that I highly recommend people give a bit of a watch. It's quite a long video. It's not sort of edited or kind of produced or anything. It's just some raw footage from Alexandre called DW3 Rendezvous Rally 8. But yeah, do give it a watch. Maybe skip the first couple of minutes where people are just gathering. But it's flipping hilarious. So many SRVs just tumbling, honestly, just like that thing of the cheese rolling that I mentioned. Really funny. And I think if you go right to the end of the video, there's even a clip of doing one of the geyser jumps as well. So you can see that as well. Right, why did I put this video in? Oh, yes, I remember. This next video is called Elite Dangerous Resilience by Crimson Cane. This is my ongoing project to include some PvP stuff, even though I don't know that much about it. And this is really entertaining. It's a superb 1v3 battle. So Crimson Cane, I gather his other two teammates had jumped out or been defeated, so he was left alone facing 3 other ships in this PvP battle in a beautiful icy asteroid field. And it's sensational stuff. There's a lot of subtitles going on telling you what's happening. A certain amount of it's lost on me. There's sort of PvP jargon and techniques that I didn't quite follow, but it's gripping stuff. I won't spoil the outcome, but yeah, really good watch actually. Some really excellent PvP skills going on. Right, onwards to other sort of more educational stuff. So there's a new blog post from NICE called Mark II Modules, Where is the Line? And yeah, it's a really nice focused, well, the a little bit of the blurb is, with each new ship that's being introduced since the Panther Clipper Mark II, there have been Mark II modules introduced with it. These are great, but where is the line between new ships having better, newer technologies and a complete power imbalance? And yes, it's a nice look at a discussion I think we've all been having in one form or another about the Mark II modules. There's a complete list of all the Mark II modules, which is quite a nice reminder because I'd forgotten a couple. And just talking about that thing of how they're great and they give each new ship a selling point, but also are some of them making old stuff completely redundant. Right, this next one I've sort of thrown it. We're going to be talking about this tonight, so I've thrown it in. It's maybe a sort of accompanying video to watch. It's by Dimebot, and it's looking at the mysterious what system is FDev reworking in the 4th quarter of the year, or whenever it's going to be. The blurb just says, in this year's first devlog, Frontier dropped the news that they were aiming to overhaul a core system of the game by the autumn. Nothing else was said beyond that, but it got me thinking, what system might they be reworking and why? Let's explore the possibilities. And he goes through about 5 different possibilities. All very plausible, very interesting. Right, a couple of little tools that have popped up this week. Not Ben and Colin, haha, but sorry.
You want to get some aloe vera for that burn, motherfucker?
Sorry.
Someone pass me the Savlon, please.
So the
You can have the Savlon, I'll have the Savloy.
The Elite Dangerous folks have added a new tool to their website, which is a what is it? It's kind of a squadron helper, I guess. So you log in, and via the Frontier API, it gives you a list of your squadron members, and it just shows you an overview of the squadrons. The details you've put in, what the perks are. It's got join dates for all the members. It's got activities for all the members. It's got things like contributions, I assume, to the squadron bank, and it's got a feature. I'll be curious to see if and how it works, where there's a little checkbox you can tick on the site which claims it will notify you if anyone applies to join your squadron. And I must confess, like I'm now the sort of promoted owner of the Buckyball Racing Club squadron. So if people request to join, then I have to remember to notice and let them in. And I often don't for weeks or months at a time until they ping me on Discord and go, "Can you let me in the squadron?" So yeah, in theory, this website will notify you, which is cool. Right, onwards. Speaking of new tools, this one is really cool. I think maybe the Burrs did a thing on it, but so there's a video that goes with it called "Large Player Instances Made Easy in Elite Dangerous," and it's by Siegfried Origin, who's made this fantastic tool for if you're trying to do the thing of instancing loads of people in for a mass jump or for an SRV race or whatever sort of event where you're trying to get loads of people in. So there's this thing, that you can only you invite people to your instance and then they jump down to where you are, and then once they're there, they leave your wing and somebody else can join your wing and so on and so on. It's quite a laborious process. All these people need to be in your friends list, so people that want to be in the instance, the first thing you need to do is friend them and then send them a wing request, and it's quite tricky keeping track of all that. So what Siegfried Origins website sort of tool does is it lets you can import a list of commanders if you know in advance who you want in the instance, or if you don't, you can just add people with a single click to add a new person, and then basically it reads some stuff from the journal, so when it can keep track of when you get the "you are now friends with so and so" message, and it can keep track of when they appear in local chat and are therefore in your instance. So basically there's quite a lot of automated tracking of who you need to invite and when they can be kicked from the wing because they're in your instance, and it sort of ticks them off on the list. And so yeah, it's a really neat tool for
That sounds really good.
Yeah, because it's quite hard work getting people in an instance, and there's a lot of sort of mental just trying to keep track of who you've invited and who you haven't and who's arrived and who hasn't, and it seems to do a lot of that for you. So yeah, really cool. And last, the Buckyball Racing Club have a new race. Nothing to do with me, I hasten to inform the loose screws, who seem to think that absolutely everything to do with Buckyball Racing Club is clearly being put on by me. So this is called Prison Circuit, and it's by Arrowroot 66. It's the first official Buckyball Racing Club race of 3312. And it's cool. It's a classic Buckyball sort of concept. So it's a sort of tour around a set of 4. They're prison ships, or they're detention centres. There's a little bit of backstory about how these crims have been wrongly incarcerated, and you need to go and broadcast messages of support. So you have to pick up some consumer technology and then go and fly through the habitation rings of a bunch of detention ships in 4 different systems, which means there's the usual fun of deciding which is the best route to visit these 4, like what order you want to go around them in, before finally finishing and returning back to Cummings Ring where you started and selling the consumer technology again. It looks brilliant, and I'm really sad that I'm out in DW3, so I'm going to miss this one, which is probably the first Buckyball race I've missed for like 8 or 9 years. But yes, have fun. There's a link to the forum thread. The race runs from the 20th, which is this Friday, until the 30th of March, which is Monday week. Yes, and that is this week's Community Corner.
Excellent. If you have a community event taking place soon, I'd like us to shout about it across the airwaves. Tweet or blue sky the crew at Lave Radio, email us at inforadio.com, or drop us a suggestion in the Community Corner channel on our Discord. Otherwise, Alec will hunt you down from far, far away.
I love it when it gets more threatening each week. That's my favourite part about that.
More threatening and sinister.
We get more threatening and sinister every week.
It's not Scottish threatening because I haven't used the word pal at the end. So
yeah, that's true. That's true. Give that a couple of months.
So, the in-game events, what has been happening this week? Well, surprisingly, we've had 2 Galnet news articles. Wow, in a week, which is new. First thing first, on the 12th, at the end of the CG, which I made lots of money at, thank you very much, getting my carrier up to 1 billion credits in reserve, thank you. The CG came to an end, and at the end of it, they said, well, I think the Kestrel fights well. It's a resounding success. Where all the pirates are coming from, I've got no idea, because I'm sure... I thought they would all be wiped out. There wouldn't be a pirate left.
You know what's really, really funny about this is this was it was called Kestrel Fighter Trials deemed a resounding success. It was literally the title of when the Caspian finished. When the Caspian Explorer finished, it was like Caspian Explorer Trials deemed a resounding success. There's like an article like from weeks ago. It was very funny.
Amazing.
So yes,
pick up on the extra little bit that people are getting, I think, far too excited about.
Far too excited about it because they said I'm gonna pull it up because this is why I saw what the other one was, because it's the thing saying Core Dynamics predicts that the Kestrel will be adopted by the Federal Navy. That's the thing that they're excited about.
Yes.
So the other one, the other one which literally fit this same bracket. Let me pull that up now.
Copy paste.
Almost exactly from like what it says. Let me just type in success and I'll find it in Drinky Bird. Yeah, there we go. Caspian Explorer Trials deemed a resounding success on the 16th of December, with Zorgan Peterson has confirmed the successful conclusion of its Caspian Explorer field trials.
No.
With pilots securing vast quantities of exobiological data. That's the first thing. And then a Zorgan Peterson's press statement describes the results as...
well, they've got a template. They've got a template.
Chief Marketing Officer Devon Canada commented, and then like talking about it. But it also says, with the trials now concluded, Zorgan predicts that the Caspian will quickly become a key feature of humanity's next generation of long-range expeditions. It is literally a cut and paste with a couple of like words changed, because Core Dynamics creates the ships for the Federal Navy and Zorgan creates this Explorer. That's the difference.
Hang on. What was the name of the person making the statement?
Devon Canada and Owen McKenna are the two separate ones.
All right, okay. For a second there, I thought we had 2 McKennas, but obviously not.
If they were the same person?
The reason, just to backtrack, the reason people were excited by the phrase "adopted by the Federal Navy" is what they're reading into that is that NPCs are going to start flying Kestrels.
I'd love them to. I'd love them to fly any of the new ships, but I feel like it only says Federal Navy because the manufacturer is Core Dynamics, and Core Dynamics makes the Federal ships. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think anyone reading further into it than that didn't look back in December when literally the same article came out and no one's flying, no NPCs are flying Caspians.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is the interesting thing. I mean, who's going to look back 3 months on Galnet except us nerds, right?
Well, the only reason I did was because I got we were talking about it, and they were like, I was talking about it with Kremen of all people, and he was like, what do you think of this? And I said, well, what happened when other things were a success? And I just happened to open Drinky Bird and see that the wording was exactly the same, and I thought it was brilliant and hilarious. But I don't know.
But that's not all. Yeah. Now, I must admit, when I read this one, I was going, what the flying fudge?
Yeah, speaking of Galnet writers having a mental breakdown.
Well, the viral wellness trend spreads beyond the entertainment circles. This is the notification that whatever Big Bill Ventura, no relation, broadcast is doing, it's spreading out to everybody. People aren't just talking about exercise, they're talking about clarity, motivation, and resilience in similar terms, often without explaining why. All thanks to this new fitness wellness regime. So, yes. And is Frontier telling us that we're a whole load of saddos who need to get out more?
I don't know.
I would love to open this to the question of the week next week with a what the fuck is happening? Because I think it's very funny. It's very, very funny.
Yes, it's. I must admit. I mean, I did like the viral wellness trend, the last one they did, and then this one comes up, and it's sort of like, okay, they're going to get everybody taking drugs. It's like, oh, what's the weight loss drug that's going mad in America at the moment?
Ozempic.
Yeah, it's just like blooming Ozempic.
Is it though, or is it? Is it something? Is it linked to Radicoida, which possibly, or is it also linked to the pod people?
Yeah, interesting.
What I thought was funny, like with the last one, I can't remember who it was. Might have been Loose Screws. Somebody was really digging into the wording of the last one. God, we should bring them up and see through.
Hang on, let me grab it.
No, it's all right. But the wording in the last one had this comment about people were like stronger and more agile, and also like mentally sharper or something to that effect.
Yeah.
And they were like saying, well, okay, so if it's a buff that we can get from Radicoida that maybe we use in operations, then I understand what it means for a buff to make us faster and stronger, but I don't understand what it means for a buff to make us mentally more agile. How
it
would that
doesn't say mentally on the previous one, I don't think.
No, but there's something like that.
It says.
Critical thinking.
I literally have it here.
Okay.
It says the actor's recent self-produced video of Ventura's workout regimen has exploded in popularity, with the actor showing a remarkable body transformation to lean, fit, and strong. I've dedicated the past year to improving myself after growing unhappy with my image, Ventura told Karine McIntyre of the Alliance Tribune. My energy levels have been through the roof, and after putting in so much effort, I feel I can achieve anything. I want to hike across the rainforest of Planet Lave in support of ongoing conservation efforts there. The only thing where it says anything about mind is Ventura's called the response of like people following him and messages and that. Ventura called the response mind-blowing, just crazy to see so much love and healthy choices resulting from all this. So there's nothing
Okay,
nothing
I can't
about
remember where this wording came from, but there's definitely something somewhere about that people were really digging into about, what does it mean in game for us to be.
Yeah, because I think it was in Loose Screws or Obsidian Ant. They were speculating that this might mean that we all get different stat bars like strength, intelligence, and basically your basic 6 Dungeons and Dragons stats. And I'm there thinking, no, because that's not elite. You're your character.
Indeed. Anyway, so on the same lines, the sentence here about they're not just talking about exercise; they're describing clarity, motivation, and resilience. It's like, what's that got to do with anything? I don't understand.
I mean, the Radicoid, is that a fungus? Is it fungi?
I think it is. Isn't it?
So I just keep on thinking of The Last of Us. They're going to just poison us all into clickers, aren't they?
I don't know necessarily. It seems. I don't want to lead it too much, but I feel like it. I feel like it's pointing at a. Like a better for more difficult levels of like combatants that we face rather than something we can do to ourselves at the moment.
I see. Yes, I suppose that works.
Because how do you give yourself in a game where you are in control of the character?
Oh, exactly.
How do you give yourself clarity, motivation, and resilience?
Exactly.
Or you like the clarity? How do you give yourself that? And you you can't. So it has to be talking about NPCs.
Maybe when you actually take one of these pills while you're doing an operation, certain bits that you wouldn't have noticed are highlighted. You know, in Baldur's Gate 1, to see where all the treasure was, you'd press the tab key and it would highlight everywhere where the treasure was. And that's what this could be. You take that and all of a sudden that container over there that you never really noticed will glow blue, and that's it. You'll be able to see what's ever in it.
If it's what Claire's saying, I have to say it's a very, very elaborate way of saying that Operations is going to have 3 difficulty levels.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Is it the kind of shit that they do though in this instance? Is it the kind of shit that they do if they're wanting if they're wanting this to be like a big like this big thing? Operations is this big thing. Operations are supposed to be huge, so maybe, maybe not.
Sorry, we're going to have to rename the Chris Mark 5 the Fish Supper because he's going to get battered. Right. Yes. So, moving on, I guess. The Power Play rankings this week. Remaining in 12th, we have Senator Petraeus, having gained 12 systems, bringing his total up to 664. In 11th, gaining a single system, we have Torval, bringing her total up to 746. Delane gains 2 systems in 10th, and he brings his total up to 784, while Winters gains another 10 systems, bringing her total up to 1018. In 8th, Antal gains 17 systems, bringing his total up to 1202. And in 7th, we have Archer gaining 9 systems, bringing his total up to 1252. 6th, we have Kane gaining 15 systems. Her total runs at 1,318, while Grom gains 22 systems, bringing his total up to 1,883. In 4th, we got Lee Young-Roo. He's gained 26 systems, bringing his total up to 1,656. And in 3rd place, Emperor Orisa has gained 11 systems, bringing her total up to 1,819. Mahan gains 16 systems to keep the number 2 spot, bringing his total up to 1,929. And in number 1 place, we have Bathwell Princess Ashling Duval gaining 31 systems, bringing her total up to 2,417. So, that is your Power Play rankings for this week.
Until Relics are on the rise again, lads.
Oh God, I know. It's something that let's see, items on the issue tracker have been raised about this left, right, and centre, and it's voted, but nothing's been done about it. It's just, well, what can you do? Everybody just goes get the 600 tons of res and jumps 50 levels. So
do all the powers benefit from Cintil Relics?
Yeah, anybody can just. It's a special. So
it's not biased towards.
Well, obviously
Don't some powers have a better thing with rare good trading than others?
Yes, some do. Mahan definitely has stuff to do with trading, and so will at least another one. But the problem is that it just distorts. It just distorts the number of systems all over the place. So yeah, not one of my favorite things that happens. And when you actually look at the the old enclave, when I was moving my ships away, Antal is actually taken over most of the systems that were there. Everything else was just pulled out. So yeah, that was quite interesting to see when I moved my systems, my own ships away from there. So yeah.
Well, that's quite interesting.
What?
Well, you just said. I was listening to what you said, and I said that's quite interesting. It was false. That answer has taken over everything.
Yeah, well, surely at this point, and the amount of systems he's taken over, maybe he should be getting exclusive access to the
Well,
Erratic Rider.
I think you'll find there was already a line drawn under it.
Well, these things can always be restarted, especially when you can attack the mega ships which are running around there.
Mm-hmm. True.
Enclave Mark II.
Oh, God, can you imagine the open letters?
Dear sir, I'd like to complain. Yeah, and then
No,
mate.
don't do it.
Well, that brings us to this time of the week, or that time of the week.
Store alert!
In the bi-weekly newsletter, here come paint jobs for your art. In the bi-weekly newsletter, here come paint jobs for your art.
And welcome back. So, yes, we've got new ship kits for the Mamba, the Python, the Crate Phantom, the Cobra Mark III, and the Asp. That's right, you can reinforce your ship with the plating pack ship kits, which, to tell you the truth, I think they look fantastic.
Yeah.
The problem
Me
is,
too. Love them.
they're on ships that nobody flies anymore.
Yeah.
I
really love the one on the Mamba, especially with the ones with the kind of gold stripes on the dark grey. I think that looks magnificent.
Yeah, because you get a ship kit, plus you also get what's about 5 or 6 ship skins as
Different
well.
colours
So
of the iteration.
which look like sergeant stripes down each side of your wing. So I think this is fantastic. And if I was still flying my Cobra Mark III or my Asp, I would probably purchase those.
I really like the Cobra one.
Mm.
Really like the Cobra one, and I think the Phantom one's really nice as well. But I don't fly the ships anymore.
I know it's a bit of a shame. In addition to that, there's anybody else? Right. Yeah. In addition to that, there's a whole load of special sales offers, which include the Mandalays, and hang on a second, looking it up again. The Mandalay Standard, the Mandalay Stella, plus also the jump starts for the Asp Explorer, and we've got a load of quest packs such as the Mandalay Quest Pack, the Asp Explorer Survey Pack, Anaconda, Cobra, Imperial Cutter, Diamondback Explorer, Federal Corvette, and Phantom Survey Packs. So it's as if they're trying to say, go exploring.
These are the ones. The survey packs are the ones with the like the little satellite discs, aren't they? The ones that go around.
Yeah, but I'll say one thing, that the satellite dish on an Asp Explorer is actually quite big.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of like, it's really weird. I've got that on my Asp at the moment, and it's sort of this. We've got the Asp, and then you've got this satellite dish which is bigger than the cockpit. So
I like the Corvette one. I might actually like that pink and white Corvette's really nice. Have I already got this for the Corvette? I'm sure I've seen that skin in my paint packs for the Corvette. Maybe I already have it. I won't buy it right now, just in case.
With like the hexagonal blobs on it. You mean?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not too bad at that price.
Did I also see somewhere the Kestrel explosion in a in a what do I mean? In a
The shell suit factory.
shell suit factory, thank you. Yeah.
Oh yes, that's there.
It's not on sale though, is it?
It's not on sale, but for 6,000 credits, you can look in like a complete nutter.
The reason I mentioned it is I didn't think that was available. I thought you had to buy into one of the three the two
so
upper
did I.
levels
Is
to
it?
get it.
Oh
whereas now
no,
you can-
you're quite right. It's not there because I'm just looking at the Kestrel now, and
Whereas now you can just get it.
I think it's just in the Swift pack, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just
Maybe.
it,
It is part of
Yeah.
the pack. I'm sorry, I thought it was. Yeah, you're right.
you got the horrible mint ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the actual one that looks explosion paint factory, then yeah, it's not there. Right.
I love that skin. It's ridiculous.
Well, with that, I think we will take a break and we'll come back with some news and questions.
In-system travel? Sometimes it takes so long. I have tools for all kinds of circumstances on my ship. But the one thing I don't have a tool for is uneven tan lines. I just want to look like 1,000,000 credits. But when you're living for days on a ship with processed and filtered air, it really dries out your skin. I use Better Hope Goldening Tan Cream. It just boosts your confidence. I don't believe that beauty is only skin deep, but now I really do look like 1,000,000 credits. Even my friends mistook me for a genuine gold skin.
Jameson and Jameson. Upgrades and services for your body.
We buy any ship,
bar none.
We buy any ship,
bar none. Any model, any colour, any shape, any size.
We buy any ship,
bar none. We here at We Buy Any Ship Bar None are ready to take your excess space travel vehicles off your hands. No more negotiating with dodgy space station vendors. We'll simply give you an estimated quote online. Then, when you get here, we'll point out all the little dents and scratches that make the price get smaller and smaller before we actually give you any money. And the beauty is, we take any ship.
We buy any ship,
bar none. Terms and conditions apply. We Buy Any Ship excludes trading in any of the following vehicles: Adder, Anaconda, Asp, Boa, Cobra, Constrictor, Cruisers, Eagle, Falcon, Gecko, Griffin, Gear, Harris, Harrier, Hawk, Kestrel, Crate, Lanners, Lifters, Lions, Mantis, Merlin, Moray, Osprey, Panther, Puma, Python, Saker, Sidewinder, Skeet, Spar, Stowmaster, Tearsel, Tiger, Transporter, Turner, Viper, Wyvern, or any Imperial or Thargoid vessels.
Hey Commanders, this is Mick from Crazy Mick's Reptile Emporium and Warehouse. Due to a hysterical ordering mishap and not reading the fine print, I'm currently in possession of over 10,000 snakes. Many of which are deadly, so everything must go. We have anacondas, asps, cobras, diamondbacks, fodlans, keelback, crates, mambas, pythons, sidewinders and vipers, none of which are capable of spaceflight without being strapped to a rocket. Need a pet for your cockpit? Buy a snake. Need to scare your mother-in-law and give her a heart attack for the insurance money? Buy a snake. Need to fill a beluga full of snakes to assassinate a witness on their way to a Federation courthouse? Buy many snakes. Bulk discounts are available at Crazy Mick's Reptile Emporium and Warehouse. You can find us in the Lave Business Directory or visit us at the former site of Sensible Michael's Shipyard and Outfitting Warehouse. Will somebody get these mother snakes out of my mother warehouse?
Welcome back. We have an update from Mostly Clueless here. Yes, this is from King is on Blue Sky, who actually thanks to us is for talking about the GeForce Now last week. There's a quick PSA that as there is no official browser on the PS5 which will support GeForce Now, but now that he knows about GeForce Now, he can use his crappy PC. So thanks all.
Yay! I thought that was very fun. I thought he did answer that as part of his post on the question of the week, but I just thought I'd add it there. I still think you can sort of go around the houses and still access GeForce Now on PlayStation, but I don't think there's an easy way to just like open a browser.
Yeah, it's not an official solution. And I don't want to get in trouble with Sony.
What's the basic deal that it only works through Chrome and there's no Chrome browser for?
Yeah, it's a Chromium supported browser is one of the ways that they do it. There's also a dedicated app, so you just download it's a very thin client on the app on the PC. So just download it, sign in using your GeForce account, or NVIDIA account, and that's it. You're in. You just register. Your copy Theatre Cross on Steam, and hey presto, you're up and running. Actually, there is a forum post where I went through all the stages for moving your Xbox or Commander to GeForce Now, and I will go and dig that out if people want
if you do,
to read
we'll put it in the show notes.
Excellent. So, moving on from there, we have the question of the week, Claire.
We do, yeah. I'm looking forward to the next question of the week already. It's going to be batshit. I'm excited. Right. So, every Sunday, I was a little late because of how intensely vomity I was this Sunday, but normally every Sunday at around 2 p.m, which is coincidentally the same time that the Chris Mark 4 finishes his excellent radio show on Black Diamond FM. You should really give it a listen. It's a lot of fun. Around that time on Twitter, Blue Sky, and our Discord in our Question of the Week channel, I will ask the question of the week and send the question out to you guys to see what you think about the stuff that's happening in Elite or that isn't happening in Elite, and we have to make content out of nothing for a little while. Right. So this week we were like, hey, everyone else has talked about it. Why can't we talk about it? What's the feature reboot going to be? I thought maybe we could have a little mini chat about it first. We should really say Ben's had to drop off. He ain't feeling very well. Get well soon, Ben. Hope you're feeling soon, and hopefully he'll be back next week. But lads, what do you think? What do you think the feature reboot's going to be? Without reading those sentences.
Well, it all depends on what we think it's going to be or what we want it to be.
Okay.
What's the question phrased that we're not allowed to say BGS?
Right. So the question phrased was, if it's not the BGS, what is it effectively? Because I just think a lot of the content that I've seen talking about this has settled on, well, it just has to be the BGS.
Same.
And while I am inclined to agree that talking about something that is at the something that all players engage with, regardless of their knowledge or that kind of thing, that it is the BGS. The BGS happens around you, whether or not you're choosing to actively manipulate it. So
yeah.
When Pierce says things along the lines of at the core of Elite, there aren't a huge amount of other places that we can go. However,
I mean, if
it ain't that, what could it be?
I mean, there's things like the flight model or the physics engine, but you don't mess with those things. You really don't. I don't think there's nothing wrong with them. I wouldn't touch that with a barge pole.
No, a lot of Star Citizen people are jealous of ours. So
no, it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, so I hope it's not that.
Mm-hmm.
Will I just say the obvious?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, okay. Then I think it. Well, I think it might be crime and punishment, and by that I mean not only the crimes that you commit, but people who commit crimes against you. So there's an overhaul of the pirate interaction mechanic where, if you are in a low or anarchy system, then you will get more than just one occasional pirate turning up and saying, "Oh, look at the load you've got," and instead there would be about 3 or 4. Not as good pilots, or maybe, a wing intercepting it. I've only been intercepted by a wing once, which was great. I really enjoyed it, but it's never happened again in 11 years. So yeah, I would like that to happen. Plus, also anything to do with crime, so you could actually buy stuff from the black market, and smuggle things properly, or basically make. When you pirate someone or steal something from them, it's actually worth handing it in at the black market.
Yeah,
because I think there's an awful lot of potential there that's been missing. I mean, I know that people are saying, "Oh, we want stealth back in." Well, if you're doing smuggling, then stealth would be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that I do feel that. I mean, and that does affect everybody because you are flying from point A to point B, and
I got a push notification from an Elite Dangerous Reddit post the other day, and I just sort of like skimmed through it because I will occasionally just like click on them because it's quite fun, and it was someone like, oh, I got interdicted and I died immediately, and he was like, he said, oh, I got interdicted and then suddenly I was dead and I don't know what happened. And there were sort of like the usual comments going, oh, were you in open, those kind of things. And, no, I was in a private group, all of that good stuff. And then it transpired that he had 10 notoriety and he just got interdicted and obliterated because he was in like a ship that I didn't have the defense. And I was like, that must be, for someone who doesn't know what's going on, that must be Crime and Punishment working as intended to some extent. But when we're doing it, we're like, we know what we can do to get around that kind of thing.
I mean, I must admit, the whole notoriety thing, I quite actually like the notoriety thing. I just like a modification to it so that if you do PvP ganking, I mean, otherwise, if it's consensual PvP, then basically both of you switch report crimes off, and that's fine. But if it's not, then you have a special notoriety that has more restrictions. I think that would be appreciated, especially if it allows the notorious commander to be tracked by other players.
There is that. There's also the fact that if you do have notoriety, you can just leave yourself, you dock in the station, go underneath, and just like leave yourself logged in. And then notoriety decreases. And then with the squadron perk to make that go quicker, you're only there for a couple of hours waiting for like your notoriety to go down, and then it's job done. You're back off scot-free. I'd love to see if there was something that they were going to do. I'd love to see it be more harsh, or make me actually think before I'm just like, oh fuck it, I'll just kill these people. Do you know what I mean? I'm in a tight spot, I'm going to kill these people, rather than be like, I have to run away. The NPCs, with clarity.
I don't know. I think there has to be a difference between killing pilot federations and people
I agree with
killing
you.
NPCs.
Yeah.
Because
I've just never been keen on the sitting on the like going AFK in the station to clear your name. Because it's not playing the game, is it?
No,
it
doesn't seem very difficult to code it such that it requires some kind of input every 10 seconds. How hard can it be?
Well,
I think yes. Return of the orange Asbo Sidewinder, please.
But also
sentence people to the Asbo Sidewinder.
Also, something like a I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like from a Frontier want people playing their game. Frontier don't want people AFKing their game. You know?
Yeah.
So if it's from a we're creating this product for people to engage with perspective, that it's something's got to give along those lines, and I wonder if it's that. Alec, do you have any ideas?
No, I mean outside of CMP I thought about, and I do think it's BGS, but let's not. But the only other thing I could think of doesn't quite fit their wording is the mission system. I mean, it kind of touches everything in a sense that missions do get you to do a wide variety of different things. So there are missions getting you to go exploring to some extent, tourist beacons, there's missions getting you to do trade and combat, and so it sort of fits. And I wouldn't mind seeing the mission system given a bit of a rethink. I don't know, it's not bad, but I'd always thought chain missions could work better than they do. But I don't really think it's that. But it could be that.
Yeah. No, I get you. I'm going to make the case for CQC.
Really? Oh, this will be good. Come
I'm
on.
gonna make a tiny case for CQC because I think I've touched about it multiple times over the last month or so, but a lot of it stems from the fact that operations and what operations eventually ends up looking like, and operations being like this organized PvE model, and then CQC or arena, whatever they do to it, then becomes an organized PvP model. Now, what that looks like, I'm not entirely sure, but CQC has been there since the start. And if we're talking about things being at the core, you could mention it's been there since the start. I say start, you know what I mean? It's been there since like
1.5.
Yeah.
1.4,
Yeah. So it's been pretty early on, let's be honest. And it's been a core thing of Elite that does obviously needs love, is something that could be built upon, has no on-foot stuff. The flying stuff is a bit shit. And when I say a bit shit, it's a lot shit, and I don't like it. And I just think if they're looking at this idea of getting people into doing things that are like playing Elite differently to the way we were playing it 6 years ago, where we were all investing like a much longer period of time into Elite and doing things in Elite, and now they're like, hey, let's give you a bunch of operations within a set time scale, then switching it also to a PvP situation with a with like a set time scale and those kind of things. So it's just kind of, for me, it feels like in a year where it's all about organized gameplay, CQC could sit in that very nicely. Again, I don't think it's going to be that. I cannot stress that enough. However, I think you could make, I think, as I quite clearly have, I like making the case for it within the bracket of 2026 being this organized gameplay, expediting an experience for a player that Frontier is doing with operations, and then also echoing with a reboot to a PvP system.
Yeah, I mean, and if one of the things about operations is correct, it creates a lobby for single commanders to all meet up and join a crew, if you like. That is one thing that has been sorely lacking in CQC, and if they could take that functionality from operations and pass it on to CQC, that alone would be a godsend. But,
it all sort of for me, a CQC PvP arena overhaul will all ride on what operations looks like, and how it actually plays, which we don't know. We don't have a lot of information about thus far. So I don't know.
Yeah. Alec, have you got one?
Alex,
well, mission system was mine.
Oh, of course, yes.
I had a facetious one as well, because originally, and I lost my chance to suggest this, but when Claire was suggesting this would be the question of the week, I was going to suggest you phrase it along the lines of, what's the new feature? Stupid answers only, kind of. So my stupid one is something at the core of the game that touches everything, is gravity. They're going to introduce artificial gravity in the game.
Nice.
That's very funny.
They're going to retcon artificial gravity and just paint themselves out of so many stupid corners and go on, all right then, we've got artificial gravity. And then you can have floating grenades and bodies floating on the ceiling in operations as well.
I think I don't think, with the best will in the world, I don't think that we need to write stupid answers only.
Fair point.
Oh, yes. Right, we're not going to go off on a tangent now. I'm going to stop us going off on a tangent. I will start, I guess, with Commander
Yeah,
Exorcist.
go for it. We asked you guys, and this is what you guys said. Colin, get started.
Yep. So Frontier said that it's something that players regularly engage with. Not everyone engages with the BGS, but everyone at some point engages with planetary tech. So,
Now, I would disagree in that not everyone engages with the BGS, because what Commander Exorcist is saying there is that he's never sold any of his exploration data, and I consider that to be a lie.
Yeah. I saw this comment, and I have to say I disagree either. I think whether you realise or think about it or not, everyone definitely engages with the BGS. And I would argue not everyone engages with planetary tech.
Agreed.
I would say there's a bit of a grey line there, because you can engage with you can play the game and not engage with the BGS in the way that you specifically run missions for one faction in order to change the result. You can just do willy-nilly missions or whatever. You don't care what the BGS result is.
But that still engages with the BGS in what you're doing. You have no say. You can't go, actually, no, I don't want anything that I do to engage with the BGS at all. It just happens. You sell data, you do anything, you do a mission, you you know.
No. Yeah, I know that's the point, but there is a mental attitude where, everyone says you engage with the BGS. Yes, you do engage with the BGS. What I'm saying is he probably means not everyone plays the BGS.
Actively engage.
I think
the key phrase, isn't
it? It's in knowledge, like knowingly engages with the BGS is probably the best way to describe it.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying, but you will be engaging with the BGS whether you like it or not.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, Dan Technic, save us. I'd love to see more dynamic trading. What we buy, sell, and mine should actually matter. Imagine NPC ships moving mined goods through shipping lanes, where disrupting them through piracy or combat affects supply chains and pushes commodity prices up. Probably not possible, but would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be very cool.
That would be modifications to the BGS, because I think that's because there is a metric which the BGS uses for trade between vessels, because we had to test that.
It all folds in.
Yeah.
Like as we've said, so much that you don't think that is an active engagement becomes passive engagement. With it's very. I think there'll probably be a couple of these where we go, no, that's actually BGS.
Yeah, this is the scary thing. Like, there's been some sort of half joking in chat about Frontier breaking much loved things like please don't touch the flight model, but that is the worrying thing about if it is BGS, which it probably is God, there's so much potential to really badly break the game.
As long as they all decide, no, we're all going third person view for your flying the ships.
Yeah, that's 100%. That's absolutely what's happening. Can you imagine?
Oh no, I don't want my proper game being freelanced. No.
You want to be No Man's Sky? You want to live with No Man's Sky? No Man's Sky gives you the option. You can do either. Mac Wadelin says, I really would love it if they reworked multi-crew, not just make it more stable, but also have a better distribution of tasks. Kind of like bridge crew. One is the pilot, one mans the weapons, a third can do the scanners, and the fourth as a navigator. It would make me consider purchasing a big ship. That's very cool.
That is cool, because I remember when that came out first, everyone was expecting that there'd be 4 roles, which is gunners, pilots, engineers that would repair the ship if it got damaged and things like that. But instead, we got effectively something combat focused. Incidentally, I've got to ask a question to the room, which. Somebody mentioned something earlier, and it's to do with multi-crew. If you've got 2 fighter bays in your multi-crew ship and you have a crew of at least 3, can 2 other commanders fly each of the fighters, or are you restricted to just one fighter?
I don't know.
I don't know.
There you go. That is my question too.
My guess would be yes.
I
but-
thought so too, but I have been told by several commanders that no, you can only have one SLF at the time. And I'm there thinking, then what's the point of having a Bay of 2?
Yeah, no, you must be able to have 2, as you say.
You
What's
must be
the
able
point of having
to.
a bay of 2 if you can't have 2 out?
Epaphras is saying you can have 2.
But then again, I think an experiment will be in order at some point. Apologies for the tangent.
No, it's all good. That was a good tangent. A good question that we didn't know the answer to for certain.
Yeah. We've got Julius here. I personally think the mission system would be a good candidate. Make it more casual friendly with more precise directions, and missions without a time limit would fit in the direction I see them going with the latest updates. Well, yeah, certain time limits. Certain missions need time limits, but yeah, I can see it sometimes that, especially if the servers go down. Yeah, that would be nice. But yeah,
Did they push the time limits up considerably at one point, way back? But I seem to remember the time limits used to be quite prohibitive, and I don't feel like they are anymore.
I think it was actually Odyssey missions only that you've got to complete it in less than half an hour, and then they've upped it to about 6 hours.
Okay.
But
I'm in answer to your previous question. I'm on the Elite Wiki. Kremen has sent me a link to multi-crew on the Elite Wiki, and it says multi-crew compatible vehicles, ships with 2 or more seats, gunner roll, turreted weapons, fighter con roll, ship launch fighters, up to 2 multi-crew controlled ship launch fighters can be deployed per player ship. So yes, you can. According to the wiki, you can.
So if you get 2 players with 2 fighter bays, the 2 of you fly out, and the NPC, or if you've got NPC crew, they fly the ship.
Yeah.
Sounds awesome. Any volunteers this Saturday, let me know. Right.
Presumably, I mean, I was just thinking about this, but if you wanted to do, I bet people already do this, but if you wanted to do like cost-free PvP, like agree to do a PvP, then basically you need 3 people. 2 of you jump into the third-person ship, take off in your ship launch fighters, and duke it out. It's quite a fun way to have little PvP battles without any cost penalty.
Either that, or all 3 of you go into CQC, because the 3 of you would actually get a match with 3 people.
Yeah, that's true. Right, Kingers says, definitely it'll be the feature where Frontier change their minds and bring the modern Elite to the PlayStation.
It won't be, but he's already seen that you can do GeForce Now though, so he's not that bothered about it anymore. The Jinx effect says think or want. I've no idea what I think, so I'm going off mission. I want to see an overhaul in planetary tech. Give me overhangs, caves, and tunnels. Give me a reason to go spelunking too. On-foot mining for new mats and crafting options, as well as high-value ores and minerals. Include tunnels wide enough for SRVs. Alex, think of the potential racetracks.
I know, I already am. I love this idea.
Maybe deep caves have thicker atmospheres, supporting more complex life forms, new exobiology to discover. What the hell? I've already gone off mission, so why not fauna and a new zoology rank to go with it? On an overhaul? On a reboot? Jinx, are you crazy? Amazing.
Oh, Crivens, I've got little biggin. Okay, so I think that Crime and Punishment might be a good hard look at. At the moment, notoriety is easily removed by just sitting in your fleet carrier or station idle for X number of hours. Frontier also added a perk to squadrons that decrease your notoriety, which makes it even less of a punishment. I think they could get around this by removing my ability to sit idle let's start that again. I think I could get around this by my removing the ability for idle sitting to remove your notoriety, so it forces you to play the game while notorious to try and remove it. I also feel that if you are very naughty, going to high security systems should be an absolute non-starter. It should encourage you to run stealthy and avoid scans, etc., whenever possible, and be ready to fight your way out or run away bravely.
Yeah.
I completely agree with everything he just said.
Yeah, I agree as well.
Yeah,
I think
I'd love high security to be really, really dangerous if you're wanted or if you've got notoriety.
it should be though, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it should be. It should be. If you're a clean, nice living commander, then anarchy should be scary. But if you're a naughty person, then high security should
Yeah.
be scary.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't be able to just sit. As someone who's been notorious, let's call it notorious. My brain went, what?
Sorry, this mind virus of mine seems to be catching everybody.
As someone who's had like high notoriety stuff, just like sitting and not doing anything to get around it just fucking sucks as well. I want to feel like I've done something silly rather than I can just get around this. Maybe that is just me, but I just I don't know.
I do think, Colin sort of jokes about the orange sidewinder, but I do genuinely think actually that some sort of,
punishment detail.
Yeah.
You're on the chain gang now, boys.
I mean, make it fun, but sort of a bit silly, and you just got to go off and
pick
I
up
don't know.
rubbish.
For example, now that we've got the ability with PowerPlay to change the advertising hoardings outside of space stations, you could be given as a bit of community service for being naughty. You have to take off and turn all the holo ads back to being sensible ones in a nearby 10 light year radius or something. I don't know.
Chris has just said in our chat that, or maybe they could introduce special missions that you do for the space rozzers to get your notoriety down. So like
that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. Like you've done the crime, now do the time. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's an obvious one. That's sort of,
Yeah, you've got to take the radioactives from Slough and you've got to dispose of them. Scooping radioactives in Slough. There you go. That's what you need.
Right, is it me?
Mm-hmm.
It is you.
It's Kesnick. Good evening all. Frontier have stated that the new feature is a core part of Elite Dangerous. In my mind, this can mean only one of a few things: combat, exploration, or trade. Whilst combat hasn't actually had a rework, the introduction of on-foot gameplay with Odyssey added a new dimension to combat. Exploration could only really be updated by new planet types or being able to land on different atmosphere planets. Hang on, I just lost my place then. And on new... Stop scrolling! On different planets. But again, the planet surfaces were reworked with the new planet tech for Odyssey, so I don't think they'd touch this again so soon. No, for me, the part of the game that has been left untouched really since the beginning is trade, and I would love this to be reworked. Now, what would the rework look like? I'd love to see a more player-driven economy, especially adding in manufacturing to the mix. Imagine ferrying raw materials to your facility in your system and dropping them off for them to manufacture a more expensive or technological item after a day or so, and then ferrying the newly produced product to the nearest market to sell. It could even be tied to the production of modules for your ships or suits. I'd love to be able to mass produce modules for my squadron to help keep them resupplied and, of course, make a healthy profit. We are business people after all. But when all is said and done, it'll be the BGS.
All of these hopes and dreams.
I know.
Gosh. Homburger says, I would love to see stealth receive a lot more thought with ships. Much greater rewards for smuggling and piracy without murder being a far more fun and lucrative gaming loop. But this would tie in nicely to what Little Big Yin was getting at with higher danger in high security systems for criminals. Colin is always banging on about anarchy systems being truly dangerous, as in the original game, and he's spot on. A new stealth ship and better thought out stealth flight would potentially be a fundamental immersive addition to the game. So, to summarize, making smuggling and piracy an attractive high-risk/reward gaming loop in conjunction with specialized stealth. This has nothing to do with the fact Freya has been elected the new leader of a pirate squadron and has just bought a squadron carrier, by the way. Pure coincidence. Oh, and while I'm here, Frontier, in case you're listening, eye patch cosmetics, please, and tricorn hats, and a parrot for shoulder decoration. Oh, and only being able to communicate in the present tense for pirates. How hard can it be? You had me before the last paragraph, Homburger, I'm not going to lie. Stealth would be a really good mechanic to see change.
It would.
Yeah.
I've always thought, like, I keep coming back to, like, things like, going silent running to sneak into stations not really being necessary. And since day one, Elite has had the heat signature on the HUD.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what's it there for? It's not really important. I mean, I know it plays a part in, I suppose, detecting enemies in PvP and stuff, but basically, why is it there? It doesn't.
It came in handy in the Thargoids because you knew that if you're under 20% heat, then they can't see you, they don't target you.
Yeah, I suppose it has some, but it feels like it ought to play more of a part.
That was really nice and timely that they introduced it so many years ago, and it started really playing into pot for everyone, 4 years ago, something like that. It's a good job they did it then. That's the long haul plan that they had.
Well, I have cloned again. 1138. So, it is deeply situated near the core of Elite Dangerous and ever thinking how to fix things in the best way. And it's not the BGS. Why not crime and punishment? Especially punishment, really. I like Lave Radio's idea to mark offenders with a crosshair on the galactic map. Bounty hunters really want to hunt. What else is at the core of Elite? Trading, maybe. We could get on-foot bargaining. Maybe a new mint. We could mint new rare commodities for our squadrons. We could have high-stakes smuggling. There are so many UI improvements to be made. Why do we have to use Inara for to source commodities? Wait a minute. Where's my Manticore pitchfork? Because that's not the way. Because, by the way, that's not the quality of life improvements. Who invents these stupid gaming terms? In what way can a game dev improve the quality of someone's life? Special effects. That's who makes a real quality improvements of life. Real quality of life improvements with video games.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. Anyway, oh my goodness. What else is in the core? Communications, maybe. The in-game chat could be improved, and squadron messaging. The squadron message board is an utter failure. Can we please have an API to post messages? We can make a Discord gateway and be done with it. Thank you. The voice chat is useless too because everyone hates the sound effects and prefers Discord. What else? Oh yes, flying. Flying is at the core of Elite, but it doesn't need fixing, except for the auto-docking computer. It could learn to land on planets and stop crashing big ships. Anything else at the core of Elite? What about stars? Supernovas would be amazing. Evacuation missions and Beetlejuice. The star goes boom next month. Or is it about planets like adding terraforming to go with colonization? Oh, I know what's at the core. They tell you not to forget it every time. It's going to be about limpets.
That's the core overhaul is limpets.
Limpets. It's a limpet.
Can I say, cloned again? That was a fantastic post.
It's really good. It's really good. But yeah, special effect. That's who makes the quality of life improvements. Yeah.
Sure do. Nice.
Oh, subject of limpets. You know how we had the fuel stealing
yes.
limpet idea from last year? Someone in our comments on Spotify said you could call them the fuel brats.
I love that so much. It's so good.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Right, Jay Fremantle. I'd like to think it will be upgrades to planetary exploration. More organics on thicker atmosphere planets with more geological features, lakes, tunnels, etc. The game has literally billions of opportunities. However, is that really a core part of the game from the beginning? If it's core and not BGS, then I'd say trade. I used to play the X series a lot, and trade there was much more dynamic and realistic. How about NPCs running local trade routes to balance supply and demand, then leaving space for commanders to find trade opportunities beyond their range, or beat them to it by being faster? Also, if some NPC just picked up all the available gold in a station just before you got there, then why not follow them and request they hand it over? Traceable dynamic trade would be cool. Yeah, there's some good ideas in these comments about trade, actually.
Yeah, that's one of the things I always wanted for piracy would be a some sort of command to send a stand and deliver to a targeted ship. So you're threatening them to that with death and violence, but you're not actually doing it. And it's up to the NPC to say, "Okay, I give up half of my bio waste."
Yeah. It's fun. It's cool.
It's funny, like somebody else commented about actually having NPCs sort of as part of the supply and demand loop,
Mhm.
and it did occur to me: would we notice? Like, would we notice? Would we know if the game wasn't already doing that? Like, how many people have carefully watched the supply and demand of a small amount of quantities and the flow of NPC traffic, and worked out that they're definitely not doing that? I'm not saying they are doing it, but what I'm saying it's kind of like if they did do it, I'm not sure we'd actually notice. It would be cool to know they were doing it, but I don't know how apparent it would be. NPC
Yeah.
ships would come and go, supply and demand would go up and down. Would we put? But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. Profane Pagan. I am skeptical about a BGS rework since this is the soul of the game with more than a decade long of development history. Can it be overhauled with a seasonal update? I don't know what to expect, but based on the Enclave War, which must have provided valuable player metrics for FDev and a testing field on the back end, plus considering that the first iteration of operations are shaping up to be combat oriented, I am placing my bet on a reworked war/conflict system, maybe with added in-game diplomacy options between player squadrons. So new conflict zones which use the new ships and vessels, new mechanics for conflicts between factions. Maybe the conflict zones as we knew them will be a thing of the past, and we will get procedural daily targets as the war progresses. I know these are just my wishes packaged of speculations, haha. You can't do that and then not do the rest of the BGS, but I would love real-time BGS, and I know that's insane. I know that's crazy, but I would love it. So yeah, I do like where you're coming from, Profane Pagan. Lovely.
Yeah. I mean, mind you, you could at the moment the only way you can link yourself to a faction, a BGS faction, is via a squadron. What happens if you could do it without a squadron?
What, do it yourself?
Yeah.
Pledge allegiance to a squadron.
Yeah, yeah. You should be able to do that.
Yeah. Well, okay. Commander Nick Arm, maybe a trade system upgrade. Make it easier to find and sell goods. The current system is functional, but for a universe with faster than light communication, seems it would be a bit easier to pull trade data. If I had my druthers, I would like to see more SRV-focused base types with tunnels to race through, buildings to jump, and an actual racetrack or two, and an SRV passenger missions. Moon taxi. I think it would really spice things up if the NPCs had functioning SRVs they could chase about in. There might be an expanded space station with an additional interior locations and on-foot combat locations. I doubt this is the case, but I wouldn't mind visiting those big mansions with the pools we can see next to the landing pads. You never know, there might be an operation with them on.
But here's the thing. Also, what if Commander Nick Hum there has touched on something that we haven't considered? Because NPC pilots have always been around in Elite. NPCs have always been around in Elite. So what about increased NPC activity, looking at things like SRVs and them just being more active in random places? Potentially.
I know they did put out a job opening for a vehicle combat expert, but I don't think anything came of it.
No.
Mind you, it's a pretty niche requirement.
Maybe the Scorpion came out of that, and it just took that long.
True.
I think was it even maybe just before Odyssey, and we thought. I do remember thinking, maybe we'll see NPC SRVs driving around, and then it just didn't materialise.
I like this. Passenger missions for the SRV by Shay Blackwood, to which Pathos goes, "The new SRV is a double-decker bus."
Hell yeah! Only if you go too quickly round a corner and it tips over.
Imagine the self-rating bus on that one.
My god, that'd be so funny.
It'd be the night bus from Harry Potter.
How quickly could you lose your passengers?
How quickly will you lose your lunch if you're a VR
Heck yeah. Amazing. I love it.
Brilliant.
I love it.
Typhus Dissinor says, we have a stack of different trading mechanisms with mats traders, refinery contacts, bar persons, station services. Maybe there's a way to be able to trade mats for money or equivalent goods.
I'd like it, but I'd
love
know
that.
I don't think they'll put that in.
Yeah. Papari says, I think it's going to be a smaller update than anyone thinks. A small feature that is everywhere, the wing system. They will continue the Star Citizenation of Elite by making wings a passive system based on power play and squadrons. The Kestrel's flight model was just a teaser of what's to come.
They continue the Star Citizenation of Elite. I don't think I agree with that, but
Last time I checked, I couldn't spend 20 grand on a spaceship. As soon as I can spend 20 grand on a spaceship, I won't be playing the spaceship game.
Yeah. Right. Nicey. An update to how the game handles heat and detection would be interesting. Make it more important and interesting to have a stealth build. Maybe ships could be stealthy in supercruise, or getting into and out of a stronghold carrier undetected that lets you sabotage it betterer. Who knows? That said, I don't expect it to be the feature, but we've been surprised before.
Yep.
We have. It'd be so funny if it's not BGS, wouldn't it?
I really want it to not be BGS so bad.
Yeah, me too. It'd be the HUD or something. You know, the HUD. The HUD's the core mechanic that they're gonna give you colorblind mode.
Colorblind mode. If they give me colorblind mode, I'm going to be over the moon and incredibly disappointed.
Yeah, mixed emotions. Funny. Right, Asilaran says, could be the BGS, could be Crime and Punishment, could even be the chat system. That thing is terrible. I reckon a Crime and Punishment update would go a long way, but who knows?
I haven't really had a problem with the chat system, but I suppose the fact that I haven't.
Not great. I mean, no, it's not great.
I don't
There's a
really
lot
use
of ways
it.
in which it's not. There's a few that spring to mind immediately. I hate that it cuts you off in between transitions from jumps, or so you're halfway through typing a message and you can see the jump coming to its end and then you miss it and you've got to start all over again. Or you switch to system chat and there's like a gazillion pages of it buffered up and it sort of flickers in a really unpleasant way, and it's just
One thing I really like, I don't use it very often, but I really hate that the squadron leaders chat in the squadron chat is in gold. I hate it so much.
Is it? I thought it was
Yeah,
in
if you're the squadron leader, everyone else is in green, but your writing is in gold, and I hate it so much.
Right.
Oh, I suppose I'm not a squadron leader. Or am I? Oh, I don't know.
It has to be like the squadron owner. It'd be like Alec and Buckyball or me on Soteria.
I don't know.
I can't remember whether it's me or Ben that are the Lave Radio one.
I hate it. I hate it so much because we're so linear. Our squadron is so like linear. It's flat as a pancake as far as terms of hierarchy is concerned. So having like when I type in it and having it in a different color, it gives me EBGBs. Yeah. I wish I could turn that off. State Typhoon says, I say the major feature refresh should be the user interface. I have to squint to read nearly everything in the cockpit. For a game with a famously aged community, no offense, it's remarkable how poor the visual accessibility is. I'd love to see some larger fonts. Eye strain and fatigue is a major limiting factor for you. 100% agree. It's the reason I went back to orange from like a light pink, because I was straining so hard to see the light pink on my HUD that my eyesight, I went for an eye test and my eyes had got like so significantly worse. And this was when I was playing like multiple hours of Elite a day because of how much eye strain it gave me. Very, very bad. Not good.
Wow.
Yeah. Right, I got Michael Dane. A core mechanic could be wings. If they are doing a looking for group mechanic for operations anyway, that would make a looking for feature for wing missions and the game in general. If they can increase share of game hours played in a wing, then this may include making more mission types fun to do as a group. We could have specialization in groups, similar to how some weapons are best against shields and other best against hull, but the whole ship's SRVs and suits would be an opportunity to sell early access for arcs. Could also work for mining, where one wing member protects while one member prospects, while one mines and one defends amongst pirates. So generally move ED towards co-op MMO. It's funny you should mention that. I even wrote a website called ED looking for wing. Didn't really take off because of reasons, but yeah, it's a major missing functionality bit for wings, that is.
Yeah, do you know, it's interesting. It's only just occurred to me, but if you sort of rephrase it slightly and say what's the core feature that they're thinking of reworking, multiplayer, you know, it's an MMO. If you pick the word multiplayer, that just about could be it when you start thinking about things like the way wings work and the way we're going to have lobbies for operations, and the sort of telepresence stuff is pretty flaky.
Yeah. Also CQC.
CQC, the communications panel. Gosh, multiplayer really does touch a lot of aspects of the game, actually.
Hadn't occurred to us at all, to be honest.
I knew I'd convert all of you by the end of today.
Yeah, not in that way. It's just calling it multiplayer. It suddenly clicked with me. That's a core mechanic.
But it's going to be the BGS.
Yeah, but that's going to be the show title, isn't it? But it's going to be.
It has to be. It really does.
Last one. Felacuti says, honestly, there are so many things that need reworking. I'd start with the game's monetization system. More DLCs, less early access stuff. BGS, crime and punishment. CQC, maybe it's time to just shut it down. Exos, bioscanner, engineering, fleet carriers, translation. Portuguese still has a lot of mistakes. The whole combat triangle sphere thing. The default epic download, which is still legacy. Default keybinds. To this day, several core functions don't even come mapped. But based on the last few times Frontier promised something big like this, I'd say it's probably going to be a very exciting update to the game's menu.
Oh.
I don't know necessarily that they're promising something big. What they're promising is a core feature rework. Just because we can go mental and go, oh yeah, that means that they're going to fix all of this stuff that we really want fixing, doesn't mean that it can't be just a portion of that little thing.
It could literally be the the P2P network layer.
Yeah.
We've rewritten the network layer so you can instance 200 people.
Yeah.
Instead of 20.
Fixed instancing.
We fixed instancing.
Imagine we fixed instancing. Burr rolls up his sleeves. I'll be the judge of that, sir.
Yeah.
But if you drop CQC, you've got a spare rank. You got a blank rank. I'm sorry, that sounds so bad. Oh dear.
Amazing,
Right.
incredible.
Thanks to everybody who's taken the time out to answer questions. We really do love your responses. So yes, has anybody got any other business?
Nah.
I don't know the state of ECM tickets, but I imagine they're selling
Very low.
Yeah.
Legitimately, I would not be surprised. Let me check very quickly, but I would not be surprised if they are fully out now, and it might be a holding list or something along those lines.
Oh wow.
It was very few. Yesterday, I think there were we were looking at single figures, handful of tickets left. So, before Dave revisited the venue and looked at options again. But if you haven't got any and you're waiting for something, I wouldn't.
Yes. So, okay. Right, and then in that case, the shout-outs. Our sister station, Hutton Orbital Radio, it broadcasts on a Thursday at 8:30. You can tune in at twitch.tv Hutton Orbital Truckers, or if you just want the audio, go to radio.forthemug.com. For the discerning commander that likes a bit of CQC action, check out the CQC Discord at discord.me/Elite Dangerous CQC. We're also giving shout-outs to the other Elite Dangerous podcasts. That would be the Guard Frequency, who do other space games as well, but they are on a bit of a break at the moment because they don't know what to talk about.
Imagine what that feels like, Colin.
I have no idea. We have the Loose Screws, who if you want to know about your ship builds, they go into them in great detail. So Loose Screws over there in America. We also have the Distant Worlds podcast. That's out every couple of weeks, and this week there's me and Ben on it, and I can only apologise.
Maybe give that one a minute.
No, it was a good listen. It was all right. I'm only joking. It was fun.
Stop lying. And of course, if you speak French,
I just let the funky music do the talking.
But there is the Elite Dangerous podcast as well, who do those wonderful missions. In addition, so following this, we have the latest Galnet News Digest as provided by Commander Witherspoon and Commander Beetlejude. How they've managed to do this for 2 weeks running.
We're news today. We had fun news drop.
Thanks for everybody who's chipped in. And we've actually had some people visit Chris in the bar. So thanks to Apathis, Frisk47, Lost Indian Siberians who have all kept him company as he stares longingly out of that window. Special thanks also go to Commanders Tokoso, JN Trax, and Alan Stroud, who created the music that we've used on the show. And that's it for another episode of Lave Radio. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, you can find us at the contact links in the home/contact us menu of the laveradio.com website. And we love getting your feedback on Spotify. Give us a like, subscribe, tick, whatever pulls the algorithm, we'll take it. Do let us know if you have any questions or if there's anything you'd like us to discuss in a future episode. Lave Radio is recorded live on a Tuesday evening at 8:30 and streamed out at laveradio.com/live. So thanks to Ben, who's poorly. So get well soon, Ben. Thanks to Alec.
Thanks, Colin. Night all.
Thanks to Claire.
Cheers, lads. Cheerio.
And special thanks goes to today's tech specialist, the Chris Mark V.
You're welcome.
So until next time, Commanders, fly safe. And if you can't do that, fly dangerous.
Is your life like this?
Sounds like someone having an orange inserted. You need a safe word.
Space can be lonely.
I'm going to see the galaxy.
Ah, damn it. No worries, guys. Hold the fort for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Galnet News Update, 17th of March, 3312. There's growing concern over reports that the Alliance is becoming overrun by a sense of unexplained and curiously homogeneous physical and mental well-being among many of its citizens. It began in January with the Ventura transformation, a self-published video by Big Bill Ventura in which the overweight, unfit comedy holovid actor showed himself transformed by a workout regime into a lean and strong fitness enthusiast with a remarkably positive outlook and a plan to hike through the Lavian rainforests in search of the endangered tree grubs. In the subsequent 2 months, Ventura's fitness regime has exploded in popularity, with a flood of similar videos all talking about improved energy, mental focus, and a suspiciously positive mental attitude. Unusually, this fitness and mental health regime has expanded well beyond the usual bodybuilding and keep fit circles, with even deep space explorers, normally the most sedentary humans, getting caught up in the wave of positivity. This trend is unusual in another way. Mara Chen, a sociologist at Orion University who's been analysing the fitness videos, says that this is not primarily about a fitness regime. It's a viral change in mental attitude that has spread organically among the Alliance population without any central organisation controlling the message. Adherents to the regime all talk about their increased clarity, motivation and resilience in the same terms, without being able to explain why they feel so much better. It almost seems like programming. While it's lovely to think of Prime Minister Mahan humming contentedly as he tackles the morning work, Councillor Kane grinning broadly as she dances around the Assembly building, or Bill Turner feeling inspired to create even better modifications for your plasma accelerator, it seems inevitable that this wave of positivity sweeping through the Alliance can't be taken at face value. So, what could it mean? There has been speculation that the Big Bill Ventura may have been an early test subject for the wonder drugs developed from the Radicoida unica of HIP-87621, but surely not everyone in the Alliance could be part of that trial. There's a darker possibility. During the recent Thargoid War, millions of citizens from all parts of the bubble were captured by the Thargoid invaders and kept alive in life support pods aboard Titan motherships. Many hundreds of thousands of these unfortunate hostages were eventually rescued, and no evidence has yet been uncovered that they had been brainwashed or otherwise manipulated by their captors. While the Empire and Federation chose to keep the rescued hostages under medical supervision in secure facilities, the Alliance chose to allow them to go home to their families. They have been living unsupervised for more than a year, interacting with the rest of Alliance society. It is not impossible to believe that some sort of subtle mind virus might have been spreading from these released hostages and through the rest of the Alliance society. This may be a needlessly pessimistic reading of the joyful optimism currently seeping through Alliance society, but it's clear that this is not just another social trend. Something big is brewing, and perhaps only time will reveal what's in store for the highly motivated, clear-thinking, fit and resilient people of the Alliance.